AlumiDuty owners, we're back on the Point Blank Performance YouTube channel, and we're installing our AirDog fuel system on this 22 Ford Powerstroke. Now guys, you can check out our billet bracket. We already done the install on this truck. You can check out that video here. Now today, we're doing it the Point Blank Performance way, not the AirDog way, not these instructions, our way, because we are doing a sump on this truck and putting the AirDog pump on here. Now this is for keeping both AirDog filters on the truck, keeping the filter underneath the tank, and keeping the fuel filter up in the engine bay. We're about to jump underneath the truck. We've got our fuel tank out of the truck. You won't have to drop yours if you don't want to, but if you're looking for a clean build, follow along with us today. Let's get underneath the truck. We've got our fuel tank dropped out of our 22 Ford. Now what are we doing? We are removing one line and blocking it off. Why are we doing that? Because with an AirDog pump, it comes with a harness that turns off the sending unit. Now these are for our directions of using our sump, so keep in mind, follow along with us if you're doing our installation only. So what line are we going to take off of? We're going to take off the used to be push line. Where is it located? Well, first off, we've got to get to it. We've got to remove the safety hat on top of the sending unit. These three 10mm nuts, get them dudes off. Now that opens up, we can see the sending unit. Watch my finger. This line that is right here, that line comes off the truck. Then we're going to put our 90-degree quick disconnect, push it on there, secure it with the rubber cap. That line is now blocked off. It will no longer be used. Okay, we got to feed the truck fuel. We got a DCR on this thing. We'll keep it filtered, right? We run a line, a 1/2 inch, all the way up over the frame, nice and clean, and we connect it here to the factory fuel line. That is our new push line from the AirDog pump. So we've prepped our sending unit. We know we're going to be turning it off. Everything's good here. It's clean. We're using all 4 filters on the truck. Let's get the tank in. We just got to put the pump on and get this thing fired up. In our 22 Ford Powerstroke, we've got our aftermarket fuel tank installed in this truck. Now, this dude's pretty big, so I didn't want you guys to see me struggle through it. But I want to go over some key notes so that way you guys verify, hey, I've got these lines hooked up. Whenever you put your tank in, look right up here at the very top. That's called the filler neck, and you've got the vent tube. The rubber lines from the tank go to that, so that way when you guys pour fuel into it, it doesn't drown you out down here, right? Cool. Now we're going to go over some few simple steps. The tank was out of the truck. We removed the factory push line to the truck. We put a 90 quick disconnect, one of these little guys right here. Put a 90 quick disconnect on that factory line. We put a rubber plug on there, and we ran a line, a new one, all the way back here to the AirDog, and it's hooked up. Now last little final step, that water fuel separator sensor is hooked up. Now we're down to the meat and potatoes of getting this thing running. It's truly a plug and play build. The one scary part you guys may think, but I'm gonna put a link down in the description, is how to drill a hole in your tank and put our sump in there. Not a big deal, but listen up closely. Right here, we've got the sending unit. Right below it is that. Don't drill it. You wanna drill as close as you can to it so you don't have a low fuel tank issue where this thing doesn't get fuel and the truck doesn't start. So be confident when doing it. I put mine right here beside it. It's pretty much the same level as a factory sending unit, and the sump hangs lower than where the factory sump can actually grab fuel, because I got to push and then I finally hit it. So we drill that out. We put it in place. Now we're going to step by step one line. This right here is my return line on the left side. This is going to run up to the AirDog. The smallest fitting on the AirDog is your return. Now I keep saying a quick disconnect. Yes, on the AirDog up there, once you build your line, you're literally going to push it on. Quick disconnect fitting. On this end, that is a vibrant fitting we send out, and you push the AirDog hose on there all the way. You can see up close, I can't see any black aluminum. All the hoses on there. You're building your line from the return of the sump to the return of the AirDog, and that's done. Now let's go to the actual suction side. This is on the right side of my sump. Now this guy right here, what's he doing? He is pulling fuel from the Mega PACMAN sump, getting all that fuel, bringing it up, bringing it over, and pulling it into the AirDog. Now, one thing that I do with these lines, because you're going to cut this line, push it onto the vibrant fitting, run it up and run it over. Give yourself some length. You'll see at the very top of this, I hide a one-way check valve. What is the job of the one-way check valve? And it's this. This has fuel in it, right? When you turn the truck off, fuel's going to run back down this line a little bit. But the one-way check valve will hold fuel up here on the back of the AirDog, so when you are in a hurry, you turn the key on, start this son of a bitch up. Fuel's right there at the AirDog, it primes and it goes. We don't want to dry start that DCR pump in this truck, or you guys with the CP4 pumps. So the brief overview, we have our line on here. It's the suction, runs up, runs over. One-way check valve is installed. We're down to our final step. That line, that while the tank was out, that we had ran all the way back here, it also has a one-way. Push that onto the suction side. We've got it locked down. Now we've got fuel that will go up to the truck. We've got fuel that will return to the sump. And we've got fuel that will be sucked out of the sump so we can actually start the truck up. But we need power. We need electrical connection. That's this guy right here. And the AirDog electrical connection will actually plug and play into the factory sending unit. It'll jump over to the factory power, and then they supply a line that runs right here. No electrical cutting will be necessary with the mounting of our bracket. It's literally all plug and play for your 17 through 2024 Ford Powerstrokes. So we just finished up our stage 1 low pressure fuel system for the 17 through 2024 Ford Powerstroke. Now before we try to start this build, we're going to go over the checklist. And what I always like to do with any video that I personally watch, I want to watch it all the way through. Then I want to get all the meat and potatoes. Then I got prepared to do this installation. Go at it one step at a time, pause it, complete that task, and then go on. So let's cover the high notes of this build. We dropped the fuel tank. We removed the factory push line to the engine. We capped it off with the rubber cap so debris can't get in there. Good. Then we took a line, a new rubber line that AirDog supplies. We ran it from the engine to the back of the AirDog so we could push fuel to it. Then we put our tank back in the truck. As you can see, we got an aftermarket tank in this one. Put your factory one in. Make for sure the rubber lines for the filler neck are hooked up, and the vent line, so when you put fuel in it, it doesn't go everywhere. Then we also are going to show you in the description, we've got a link of how to drill out our sump. We showed you where to put the sump right before the sending unit. Do not drill below that. Then we put the sump in the truck. We torqued it down. We showed you guys a return line. We showed you a feed line. And then we showed you a suction line. The last step is hook up the electrical, then go to your truck. After you put fuel in your truck, go to the driver door. Do this 4 to 5 times. What am I doing? I'm going to prime the system. Before we start any build, I've got a scan tool here. I'm watching low pressure fuel. I'm not just going to think it's primed up. You can hear the pump back there. We're looking for 65 to 75 PSI. When I know for sure it's got that, go up to the truck, start it up, and then your build is now complete. You're ready to go do burnouts and things like that. Guys, if you got any questions or comments about today's build, there may be something I didn't cover or a better way to cover it. Comment, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you back here at Point Blank Performance.